Our F1 career has started now. My fingers look a bit weird there, don't they? Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jack, and I wanted to bring you guys some F1 2021. So this is going to be a little trip while we get all started for the series. This is going to be my career, episode 1, where we're going to get set up and do Bahrain. And we're just getting everything ready here, just seeing all the options I'm going for. We're going to go for a blue and white colour scheme, basically like the channel. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you enjoy, dislike if you dislike. And yeah, we're going to be getting going pretty soon. So we're going to try, while we let everything sort itself out for now, just going to summarise. We're going to hopefully do the full season calendar for 2021 in season mode. However, there's one crucial error I've made at this point and I've not gone back to fix it, or at least it's coming up anyway. So we're going to be Teams Energy here, and we're just going through the tutorial of all of this. Just want to get it all wrapped up so we can actually start racing, because that's the main thing. So we're going to pick our Mercedes engine here, and just seeing all the options for teammates. But we're going to go with Delatraz, because I believe he had the highest experience there. And quite cost effective, so I was like, okay, why not? And we're going to slap on some purple. So there you go, we're going to slap on some purple for player there. Number 91, because 991 wasn't available. And then let's quickly sort this logo out. We're going to go for this logo here, because it looks quite like a W for Wolf. So we're going to just change it to a neutral colour blue there. So, or any second now, it'll... there you go, that looks about right, doesn't it? So yeah, we should be all ready to begin our career.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. As you can see, there's no pit lane behind me, and as you can hear, no roar of engines, and that's because they've set me free from the F1 paddock to escape here to the countryside and to the headquarters of Formula One's newest team. Now, it's not every day we get to pull back the curtain and look behind the scenes at an F1 team. Rarer still that we get to talk not only to the team owner, but also the team's lead driver. But what makes this place extra special is that the owner and lead driver are one and the same person. Now, it's been an interesting 12 months, and we all know a number of the regulation changes which were due to come into effect this year have been delayed until next. Some, though, are still seeing the light of day, amongst them the all-important budget cap, which gives some of the smaller teams a little further down the order, potentially, the opportunity to compete with the bigger teams. Good for them, but great for us as viewers. But what does our new team owner think about these new rules? Do they see them as a challenge, a hurdle that needs to be overcome? Perhaps they see them as an opportunity to disrupt the status quo, a chance to come out swinging and to carve their name into Formula One history. Well, I had the opportunity to ask them these very questions just earlier today, and here's what they have to say. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about a million questions, so let's jump straight in.
So, you guys want timestamps? Yep, in the comments, in the description below. And we're going to be skipping over these answers, but if you want to slide down and read them or anything, feel free to do so.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you, and of course to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today, really appreciate it, and thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
So yeah, we pretty much just answered those questions, gone through that interview. Let me know if you want me to unedit, or not unedit, but in future keep the questions in. I basically want to just prioritise the racing, but when we got any setup bits or stuff like this, the appointments, activities and all of that, the car customization, just generally bits like that, I'll probably keep them in, but anything to do with like questions and stuff, probably not so much. But this is going to be our beautiful 91 Zenergy car. Our F1 career has started now. Look at that. Perfection. So we're just going through these settings here, just seeing what there is on offer. We're simulating our activities, just having a little look around before we start Bahrain.
Hello, I see you found the data center. My name is Pierre. I'm your man for all issues of R&D, so get used to hearing a lot from me.
My fingers look a bit weird there, don't they?
You're all set up and good to go. But if you run into any issues, be sure to give me a shout.
So we're going to do practice 1 and then go qualifying and then race. And you're going to see I just set everything to pretty much, not everything, sorry, I set the whole race to that entire length. So that's going to be quite tiring there. But we're not going to be showcasing the whole event. Not this time. Not this time. Perhaps in the future, if I can knock it down, that'd probably be quite helpful. So, and by the way guys, check out player, PL4YR, player.com, or link in the description below for gaming made easier on PC. So we're going to start with our free practice here in the daylight in Bahrain, and you're going to see how sloppy I am compared to later on.
Consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
And you're soon going to see a big fault that I've had, which I have now sorted for the future. But we'll let this play out first, and then I'll let you guys know about it. So in terms of what I'm doing here, I'm doing the race strategies, it says at the top there. So I'm running for a couple laps just to see what kind of times I'm setting and also get me used to the track because I've never driven this track before. So F1 2021 is basically my first Formula 1 game that I'm committing with the career. I have done the 2019 or 2018, just a couple of tracks like Melbourne, Monaco, Monza, to say, name a few. But I've not actually committed to a full season, a full game properly, really ever. So you know what, I wanted to break the ice and break the pattern and start with this one. So hopefully by the time F1 2022 comes out, I'm somewhat comfortable with these tracks so the new machines can take it. Also, shout out to They Hate Melty or Melty YT for inspiring me to do this video, because I do watch his career episodes in the on YouTube as well. So if you want to link to his channel, I'll leave that in the description below. A lot of inspiration from Melty here. And I'm probably going to get comments saying, oh, I should be taking this a different way, ways to optimise your strategy. So wait to the end, because I do optimise quite a bit, to be fair. But yeah, go check him out. Big shout out to him. So this is just going to sum up this first lap here, where it's probably not the worst, but it's pretty slow, and you're seeing how many mistakes I make, especially at turn 1 and the tight left-hander, the hairpin, which we'll point out later on. And I've chosen to go in the cockpit cam for this because I think it just looks
super job so far.
sweet.
We're getting great data. Stay focused.
And I've got that mirror up top and the HUD at the bottom just because I need everything on show. So this is our resource points area, and we're just going to see roughly how much kind of experience we got from doing the practice 1. I did look at practice 2, but I did all the activities in practice 1, so I didn't really feel the need to go around more. Perhaps when I knock up the difficulty, because at the moment I'm running it at base difficulty, so what the game presets it with, which yeah, it might be the issue. So we're just going to get underway here. Let's have a little look at our strategy. We're going to have rain for quali, and then actually no, we're not going to have any rain, we're going to be alright. So we're just going to have a little look at what sort of times I'm setting here for my quali, which is of course already an improvement from what I've been setting in the free practice.
Fantastic, that was the fastest lap.
So let's head to track where we begin.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. Formula 1 returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Jackson lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda, Esteban Ocon and Vettel, Stroll, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Mick Schumacher, Russell, Delatraz, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
So you're seeing I'm starting on pole here. This was not...
First race of the season and you're on pole. Let's bring home a win today.
So that was not actually part of the plan. I didn't realise the difficulty was this easy. So you're going to see, we're just going to go through the strategy here. Not actually messed around with too many buttons there. I really will though in the future. I've got some good ideas for that. I'm going to try and get a good launch here. Keyword is going to be try, because I'm still learning how to do that. We do lose a couple of positions, but actually we're going to restart, because I actually went for about maybe a couple laps and I was instantly in the lead, so I wasn't really, I knew it was going to be a really boring race. So I actually restarted it and we actually had a little bit more of a closer competition, which you'll see. So we're starting lap 1 here. And we're going to have Bottas overtake us and Hamilton. And we do actually have Verstappen just behind us here. So we are sandwiched in. Currently battling for podium. I'm really trying just to nail this because this is my first time racing on this game. I've done quite a lot of practice at this point for this track. But as I said, this is pretty much my first F1 game that I'm committing with. So this is pretty new to me, and especially this track as well. I've never been here before, so. But starting in P1, I thought, okay, you know, it's going to be a bit too easy. So I have actually knocked up the difficulty for the next race, which will make life a lot easier. Or maybe not a lot easier, but it'll make it a lot more competitive, which is what we do like. We do like a good race on this channel. But we have found ourselves comforting Bottas just behind here. You see Hamilton just in our mirrors there. This corner here is always one I struggle with back there, where it's that right-hander just after the straight. It's quite a tough one, that. Still learning how to do it. I do have a lot of the assists turned off, but I've got traction control and ABS. I've got traction control on half, I think it is, and ABS on full. I will work on taking them off though. But yeah, of course, with it being the first season and stuff, I'm kind of still getting used to things. I put in my initials, however, I probably should have went PIE because of everyone else's next to their names. It's got their little numbers or whatever from that starting grid there, but that's fine. We'll live with it for this season. So we are still battling Bottas for first place here. And if anyone is still here from when I did F1 videos back a couple of years ago, so I actually did, I think it could have been F1 2019 I did a video on, and it was the multiplayer. Shout out if you have seen that on the channel, or if you haven't. I don't know if it's public or not actually, but it is there. So if this video gets enough love, maybe I'll re-release it. And also if you guys do enjoy this series, let me know as well, because I do think this is going to be the only race we're going to have a easy time with. All the others are going to be a lot harder. We're probably going to be right at the back.
Being enabled this lap, we can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So we're just looking away around Bottas, but just can't find it yet. Of course, with it being season 1 as well,
is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
I'm not going to be quite as fast as I want to be. So I do need to spend some time at the back, battling with everyone and getting that experience and, you know, learning how to get quick with the proper AI, not the base AI, which I think this is probably set to about maybe 10, 15, I'm not sure now, but it's very, very easy. I have knocked it up to 110, or whatever the highest is. So after this race, we should hopefully start getting some more competition, which would be nice. So we are still behind Bottas, but we are shortly going to hopefully find a way round. Just trying to time my momentum correctly, because I don't quite have the top end of the other Mercedes, although I do have the Mercedes engine in here. I just need to just try and outpace them at the moment. And look at that, we do get on the inside, but we do have contact with Bottas, so we do fall back into P2. That was me taking a lunge there. Quite silly of me to do so. After realising it now, not the best overtaking spot, that. But this is the best way to learn, to be fair. And I think this is all good practice for the future races as well. So activating at the RS, we're going to look for a way around. Can we get on the inside of Bottas? Bottas is going to pinch us into the inside, but we are going to maybe make it work. Oh, they brake just better than us, and again a little bit more contact, so I wasn't quite positioned where I wanted to be there. So we do continue. Now can we go around the outside of here? Not quite, but it's actually this section, or not this section, but this corner right. Although it's the section I really like right here. The most difficult area of the track is probably everyone's difficult area of the track, and it's actually the bit just coming up now. It's like a double left-hander downhill. Really difficult to properly perfect that for me. We're going to look around on the inside, nowhere to go. We're going to go maybe around the outside here. Are we getting blocked still? No, we do want to make that work slightly, but we do get back into P2. We're going to go for that switchback. Oh, we are just about going to get that switchback done, and we do move up into P1 on lap 4. So that was actually a lot of fun.
Good job, nice overtake.
But now we do have quite a while of this race left without much going on. So we're going to actually skip forward a little bit here once we just ensure we aren't going to get overtaken. So it looks like we are in the clear now. So we skip forward to lap 11, where we actually have Bottas right behind us here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the pits at, well, literally from everything to nothing right there. So just obviously because it's the most realistic in terms of pit stops. But anyway, so I've got to say I do have a bit of a Formula 1 bug now. Now that I've started playing it, I do think I'm going to be a little bit addicted to playing some more of this. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of this series, guys, because I will be bringing more to the channel.
You have 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining in the strategy.
Not sure how regular I'll make the episodes, but I might try and make them maybe once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks or so. Let me know if that's if you guys be interested in that. But we have come out and we actually are into P17 right now. Actually, I think that's my MacBook being a little bit unclear with me there. It might be P13 or P12 we're in. Yes, we're in P12. My mistake, guys. So we are behind, oh, I always say this name wrong here, but it's Sonoda and Raikkonen. Now I reckon I can get round. I know I can get round. I know I've out-qualified them on this occasion. The real question is, how am I going to do it? We're going to activate our DRS and we're going to just see if we can use this momentum to slingshot past. But actually, you're seeing here, I'm not really getting too much of a momentum slingshot. We do round here, but unfortunately we do have that bit of contact, so again, we fall back into P12. And silly mistakes I'm making here, but these are ones I'm learning for next time. So, you know, this is all good. And if we end up doing another season or anything, then of course we can always carry over that experience. So we have got round Sonoda. Or actually we did, but they're just about to get a better corner on us there. So actually now we're definitely going to go for it. So overtake button enabled, DRS on. Let's see if we can slingshot.
Our gap behind is 2.0 seconds.
Are we going to be able to do it? Oh, almost. We're still side by side, but we've done it. Okay, cool. Now we're back. We're in P10. We're hungry for more. So let's try and get Raikkonen here. Hopefully it won't take too long now. Because we need to remember that Bottas is still the one leading... Oh, yes, he's still the one leading a race. So that's going to be a very comfortable margin for Mercedes there. Because I see Lewis is also up there. So let's go round the outside into the awkward section where it does go back into his position, but I'm not confident around this little bit there. So we're going to just try and use up the momentum from our car's acceleration here to get around this left bend, which looks like we do actually. So we get past Raikkonen, and now we are approaching Sainz. Are we going to be able to do it though? Oh, we can do it. We can outsmart the Ferrari boys. Almost. We're alongside. Can we make it work? Just brake after. Yeah, looks like we've done it quite nicely there, and we've stopped a switchback from happening. So happy days. So we've nearly recovered our positions from our pit stop, but we do still have 2 more to make after this. So let's try and get past Ricciardo nice and quick here. Of course, I feel really immersed when I'm playing this in this view. It's really good. Let me know what view you guys use if you play F1. And if you don't, what view do you like to see? I like this one the most, I think. But I do think the TV...
Gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
The TV view one, or whichever one's above the car slightly. I quite like that one. But we are going to fall back now to P1. So we have regained our lead. And unfortunately, that was pretty much most of the race because the difficulty, we end up having a huge gap to everyone ahead. So we're going to make some quick moves there on the back markers. We did have a little bit of a battle with the fuel, but we have balanced it out luckily. But yeah, unfortunately for us, this is just a bit too easy. So I have knocked up the difficulty all the way. So next time it could be a lot easier. But this is it. So we're just on our final run around the track.
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
And you're seeing I actually let that distract me there. So I went off, but that's something I need to learn and improve upon, which I don't think that'll be too much to really ask for, so it should be fine. We're going to get around Perez here.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
And this is it. So we've only got one more right-hander to go. Can we not bottle this? Yeah, it looks like we are A-OK. And there you have it, guys. That is going to do the first race at Bahrain. We have won. Of course, on the easiest difficulty, but still.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
There we go. See, at least it happened once in this season. That's something not to take away from this. Raikkonen gets the driver of the day. Congratulations, Raikkonen.
So after a day of mixed fortunes up and down the field, we bring today's race to a close. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
So look at that, we got P1, happy days. If you guys like what you saw, make sure you like, subscribe, comment your thoughts on the video. I know it's not perfect, but we're definitely going to work on it and hopefully have a better experience next time with the high difficulty.
Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Jackson takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
For me, it's Kimi Räikkönen, someone who definitely doesn't get enough attention for how well he performs out on the track.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
And me too. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great evening, great day, whichever time of day you're watching this from, and I'll see you soon. Take care.